What's up? Welcome to Store Credit.
Make sure it's on, bro. Are we good? Are we good to go?
We're good?
All right. Hello,
good?
everybody.
All
I'm not gonna lie to you. Quick update. That happened with David's. We didn't have the thing on, so we have to reshoot it.
All right, let's start all
David
over.
coming soon.
All right, ready? And then...
Go ahead.
All right, cool. All right, guys, we're back.
Hello, everybody.
Store Credit, episode 2. Today we have a special guest, but before that, what you guys think of the last episode?
Yes,
If you guys
sir.
liked it, give us a feedback. We are currently going through the questions so we could answer them for a potential part 2. That's probably going to happen later down our little journey through this podcast. Right now I have my co-host, Andy.
Yes, sir. What's up? Andy in the mix. How's it going?
And DC is in
I'm
right
filling
now.
in right now
It's
to
DC here.
Join. Hello.
For a bit.
All right, cool.
Yes,
So
yes.
how was your guys' weekend? What you guys do?
It was good. Low key. Obviously, World Cup. Shout out Argentina. I wanted them to win.
Game was crazy.
I have funny news. So I made a bet. I was like, yo, $20. And then dude was like, fuck it, let's do 40. And I was like, fuck it, all right, 40. So I bet him 40. And then he's like, but if they go to penalties, 80. And I was like, oof. So obviously I took the 80. And then I bet somebody else, my girl's uncle, bet him another 40. So obviously I made a cool 120 off the game yesterday.
Fire. All right, so what you guys think of the game? Was that the best World Cup final ever?
I think so.
What do you guys think?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that was like the first World Cup I ever watched.
Wait.
Well, yeah, like I'm not the biggest soccer
Yes.
guy. I ain't even gonna cap to you guys, but it was good. I got to the gym right when Mbappe scored his 2 goals, and I just couldn't stop watching it afterwards. So it was good, and it made me want to watch soccer more. I'm not gonna lie. So,
No, like I do believe it probably was the best one because
Yeah.
the first one I ever watched, didn't really care for it, was 2006 Italy.
Fire.
The best thing was Zidane headbutting the Italian.
Facts.
That was
Oh,
fire.
shit.
Then 2010 was fire because Spain just put on like a master class. 2014 was crazy because the Germans beat Messi in the final. Mario Götze hit the final goal.
damn.
18 France won. France was cool, and that World Cup was pretty good.
Yeah.
But this one, I don't know. I think it just had a lot of good moments. You know, like it got good storylines. Ronaldo getting benched, Messi losing the first game and
Yeah.
bouncing back.
Yeah.
And then obviously like the Moroccan journey, that was crazy.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
rooting
yeah.
for
Fire.
them heavy.
Low key.
But yeah, I think like Mbappe really put on like the game. I think
A master class.
like a master class, like something like it was just like the first half was dominated by Argentina, and
Yeah.
I literally was just like, I'm over this. I was
It's
like,
over.
it's over. They're gonna
They're
get
gonna
killed 3-0, 4-0. But then Mbappe just went crazy.
Yeah.
Literally put the team on his back.
On his back, for real. I remember I was watching it, and like when it was 1-0 or 2-0, I was like, damn, easy $40 for me, or 80 because I bet 2 people, easy. Then they made the penalty. When they did the penalty, I told my girl, I was like, bro, if he makes this is gonna change the whole rhythm of the game.
Yeah.
Made the penalty, and then like 2 minutes later, another goal, and I was just like, bro, I was losing my mind.
Yeah, and they went to extra times, and then
Yeah.
like when Emi Martinez made that save in like the 120th minute, I was just like,
Oh,
all right,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
meant for them to win. Like this
Yeah,
motherfucker made
yeah.
the save. They're calling it like they're comparing it to LeBron's block of Iguodala a couple years ago. Well, like almost like way-
Yeah, I
Dang.
remember that.
Yeah,
Damn.
but
And if you
yeah.
guys don't know, that was like the last minute of the game,
Yeah.
and what's his face was about to make a goal, and then he blocked it with his foot.
Yeah.
Literally, like barely, like did the splits, and it just happened to work out.
But yeah, that was fire. But yeah, happy that like club soccer's coming back.
Fire.
Erling Haaland hat tricks every week.
Yo,
Who do you go for in Premier League soccer?
Just Chelsea, bro.
Chelsea.
Always, no matter what. Ever since I think Hazard was on there.
Yeah.
And I seen him play. Obviously, right now he's kind of like not as good. But when I seen him play, I'm like, damn, Chelsea's a good team. And I like the colors too. So
Fire.
Fire.
they're not doing good now, but I'm still the fan.
All right, DC, who are you going with? You don't have a team. We got to get you a team.
You guys have any recommendations for teams? Because
There's a lot of leagues, but
PSG,
I mean,
off
look,
rip.
just go for PSG, bro.
Yeah,
PSG.
They got all the star players.
They're stacked, right?
Yeah.
They got everybody.
You can't even go to
Yeah.
Barca no more because.
But yeah, PSG, the pressure's on you now.
Damn.
Your players balled out in the World Cup.
Balled out.
You got to win champions now. You will disappoint me if you don't beat Man City, which is my team. Like, you guys got to win.
Shit.
It's meant for you guys to win.
So they're
Messi-
like a super team in basketball terms.
Yeah, they're like Golden State.
Essentially,
low-key.
they got Hakimi in the back, and they're
Yeah.
stacked in the back low key. They probably need somebody to like back up Marquinhos because I think Marquinhos is aging. Then they got fucking Mbappe, Neymar, Messi.
Oh goddamn.
Rabiot, I think, is still on the team. They're stacked. Yeah.
I think. Who do you think is gonna get a deal? I think Richarlison's gonna get a crazy deal.
Richarlison is probably leave Everton, I think, and then I don't know. So we have Erling Haaland in Man City,
Yeah.
and Julian Alvarez just balled for Argentina,
Facts.
and he's the
Yeah,
backup
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
Haaland. So I don't know how that's gonna happen because Man City goes with one striker. But I mean, interested to see. Great World Cup 2026. It'll be here.
Yeah, in LA. I'm saving up.
I'm saving up, trying to go to every fucking game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really
Yo,
gonna go to every
gonna
game.
be a
that's
zoo
gonna be a
out
lot,
here.
bro. That's gonna be like 20K.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, bro.
It'll
I'm
be
saving.
worth it though.
I'm
Low
saving.
key.
Yeah.
Saving. I'll sell my shoes. You guys would get a ton of steals.
Fire.
4 years.
Yeah.
That's enough time. That's
Yeah.
easy.
Hey, he said 3 years, so we
Yeah.
got 2 years left.
We got 2
He'll-
years,
he'll
and I
cash
gotta
out.
figure
Take
it
a
out.
year off,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
back. You know, light
Cash
work.
out real quick.
Yeah,
Who you got winning? Who you got winning it?
that year.
I know it's early, but
Bro, I don't know. You gotta
Yes.
qualify, but they're
4
expanding. They're
years.
expanding the teams.
Yeah.
They're going to 48, I think. Right? Is that right?
So there'll-
48 teams.
So there'll be more games.
More games, but I mean, I'm not too excited about that because you'll see like maybe Erling Haaland and Norway get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's who he plays for.
Norway.
But then there's gonna be a lot of teams that like I've seen Ronaldo and Portugal beat certain teams 10-2 in friendlies, which teams
Damn.
that never make the World Cup.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I mean, exciting 2026. We'll see what happens.
Hopefully El Salvador gets in.
Yeah, maybe never
Facts.
know. Willie,
I
DC,
hope
yo,
so.
we got a lot of Salvadorians
Low
here,
key.
low key.
What's up? Where we at? Where we at?
Yeah, we got-
If y'all didn't know,
Yeah.
me and Andy are Salvadorian
And
and
Willie.
Willie.
And Willie.
Nah, Willie doesn't claim it.
Nah, Willie doesn't. No, he wasn't.
Willie
he was,
says he's
he was-
American.
He was American, then he was Argentinian.
Yeah, nah,
I don't know.
Down bad,
I'm
Willie.
hoping like they at least make. I want to know how it feels to be like, because obviously Argentinians, Mexico, Uruguay, they know how it feels for their team to be in the World Cup. But I don't know how it feels to be.
El Salvador's never made it.
It's been a while, okay. I think. I don't know.
like
Correct me wrong. Let us know in the comments. What was the last year El
80s?
Salvador? I don't know.
I'll buy a jersey if they make it. Fuck it.
Low key, I
gotta wrap.
need to.
All right, so yeah.
Next up, what we
Next
got?
up, what people? Well, so I've been separating the questions about what people were asking us. So
Yeah.
some of them are leading up for part 2 for my personal questions, but then like there was generic questions for us. And one thing I think we'll talk about it real quick is everybody asked us, what's the difference? And I think Andy could chime in on it because he has his own brand.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's like, what's the difference between being an employee and a store owner now? So like, what do you think, DC? Like, what's been the biggest difference?
For me, honestly, it's been like the back end stuff, like as in like basically government stuff, like taxes and like being on top of like just stuff that like the public doesn't see, because day to day, it's honestly the same thing, like running a couple different businesses. Especially for how long we've been doing it, for like almost a decade now. It's like, that's all. It just feels like I'm still an employee in that sense, because I'm just doing what I've always been doing, like especially for like the last 5 years or so. So to me, that doesn't feel any different. It's more so just like the back end stuff, like making sure that like all the bills get paid, because that wasn't my responsibility before. So just being on top of that, really money management, like just because I feel like a lot of people think, oh, like you have a store like this, you just got infinite bread. And it's like, nah, that's not true. Like,
Yeah, I remember when we were opening, Nelson was just like, y'all lit. And I was just like, bro, it's like the government doesn't sign us a check of $1 million. And so it's like, bro, it was all our own bread.
it's not like that. Like we literally saved up like to put our part in this. Like even like a lot of people don't know this, of course. Like I sold 2 of like my grails per se, like it's the fun part of my end for the store. One of them was my brand new What the Dunk and my brand new Reese Forbes denim, like, which if you guys know what those are, you know, they're crazy, like stuff you don't see no more, you know what I'm saying? And it's stuff that took me a long time to find, but at the end of the day, you know, like to me, this was more important than having those, because
And you low-key traded your life away for that Forbes.
Yeah, I
was
literally,
did the
like, he
deal with
was there
Luke
when I
and,
did it.
What happened?
So I got this Forbes from it's a Reese Denims Forbes. If Rob could add a picture of it in the while we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Crazy SB. A lot of people's like grails SB wise. I want to say it's like only 250 pairs made. DS pair came into around to New York and came in, and I'm not gonna lie, like I was at the register, I saw when it came in and Chris was buying, and I was geeked. I was like, oh shit. Like
I think I paid
didn't-
like 5 bands, but you ended up paying like 7 bands.
Yeah, I remember. So like usually we would get hooked up on stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Like when we worked around 2, we get perks or whatever. But I remember Luke knowing what it was. He was just like, nah, you got to pay full price for that. If you for real want that, you got to pay full price. And me like really wanting it, I was like, man, easy.
You brought all the trades.
Literally
Yeah.
next day, called an Uber since I didn't have a car out there. filled it up with as much stuff as I can to like make it worth it. And yeah, so I had the shoe, and since then, freaking but yeah, I sold it, got good money for it, got a little bit more than what I paid for it actually, so that was cool.
Fire.
And I mean, it went to a good cause, so like I definitely don't regret it. And low key, like I don't ever regret selling shoes, because as long as I've been in this, if you really want something, it always comes back. Like
Yeah.
it's literally like cycle. So like,
what's something you've noticed that like taking leadership in here compared to like being an employee somewhere, like, or even like with 1213, like obviously what's your day to day and stuff like that?
Damn, bro, it's a lot, low key. I feel like obviously coming here. So if you guys don't know, I used to work at Round 2, obviously. And when they opened up, Briss and DC were like, yo, you want to come work for us? And I was like, bet. So obviously that's why now I'm here. I would say the one thing that changed a lot from being at Round 2 to being here is like, y'all let me do whatever I want for the most part. I'm not saying like, yeah, just come to work and do whatever the fuck you want. But like, you let me ride. Like, yo, if you think that's going to work, run it. If you think we should do this, let's run it. And I think at Round 2 was like, it was always like I had to check in with them. And they low key, like 9 times out of 10, they didn't let me do it because they're just like, nah, it's all good. So I would say that like I have more, I guess, creative freedom here.
Yeah.
And then as far as like my brand stuff, bro, just, I mean, I guess the same thing what that DC was saying is just like, bro, like shit gotta get paid, like taxes gotta get paid, bills gotta get paid, like, and you know, every day is like, if I'm not doing shit, the brand's not doing shit. Yeah. And it's like, I'm in control of how much I make. So it's like, if I don't do shit this week, then I don't make any money. Exactly. So I think that's the one thing is like, I'm always on go. And me and Briss were talking about it where it's like, yeah, I got like a beanie coming, whatever, bracelets coming, wallets coming, but I'm always like, what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next? Like, so I feel like it's always being on 10.
Yeah, I think I could add to that too. When my biggest thing is there's never a moment of me being like very happy with what I'm doing because there's always what's next. Like, for example, when our van sold out in 30 seconds, which was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I literally was thinking like, yo, they're going to sell out today, but they sold out in 30 seconds. Cool. If you look at that episode, I'm not, everybody's behind me celebrating and I'm already just thinking what's next. Yeah. So even like at the 1 year anniversary, I was like playing more of a host than like turning up or getting drunk by whatever.
Yeah, same.
But people were like, yo, like it's a 1 year. And I literally was just like, yo, I got work tomorrow. Like what's next? Like, you know,
like it's 1 year, but low key it's still just another day. Like we got other stuff ahead that we got to worry about.
I got to come to work tomorrow. And low key I'm thinking these guys are going to be hammered. So somebody has to do that. And it's just like, I feel like you have to come in and, you know, give it your all every day. Like it's like, if you don't sell enough shoes, it's like at the end of the day, before I was promised a salary and I was promised like, as in like, it was guaranteed. It was coming in every Thursday. Now so for some people that you don't know, it's just like, now I understand when my old bosses would tell me like, hey, I didn't get paid this month, because sometimes you don't get paid. Yeah, facts. You don't, because everything gets reinvested into the company. And then you got to manage payroll and all that stuff. And it's just like, yeah, the employees get paid, but like, do we have money left over, et cetera? So that's like the biggest difference, where like you have to try every day. But also, like, I had this conversation on Saturday, this guy that was talking to me about the pod, he really likes that in here he can come in and talk to us as employees. And I literally told him, I was just like, yo, like, I'm an employee first. I was just like, I never even see myself as a business owner or a boss. I was just like, because when I get to that level, I feel like I'm going to take the fun away from it. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that's the biggest difference. The biggest difference is literally it sounds dramatic, but it's life or death every day. Literally. Like, you really got to come in here and kill it and do the extra things, because like when people are driving here, there's 10, 15 other stores that are doing the same thing that we're doing, which is selling shoes. But what is going to be the biggest difference for pulling up here is it's like you get Andy, you get DC, you get all the other guys, you get the experience of, hey, what's up? And it's just like, and you get more than that. Like, to me, it's a pet peeve when I just hear hey, how's it going? It's just like, no, you got to continue talking to them, ask them about their day, see what there's going on. Like, Andy always tells me, he's just like, yo, like, it's crazy how when I see you having conversations with customers that didn't look like they were going to shop, but then that you gave them that whole experience and they buy a shoe. Yeah, they buy a tee. There's this kid that came that was like a dancer, bought the whole collection. He asked me, tell me about your tees.
Yeah, the dude that was
and
from
low
Japan,
key,
right?
he didn't speak that much English.
Yeah, so it was like a language
5-10%.
barrier. Yeah. So I explained to him everything. He looked around the whole store, and he bought a hoodie, a hat, 2 tees, and then I threw in a 12-13 tee too in that mix, and he was happy. He was excited. And in small world, he ended up knowing one of DC's homies.
Yeah, one of the homies from Japan. But still, like, we never, like, that's another thing too. You never know who's gonna walk in, and like, I feel like that's another thing. Like a lot of people don't see. Like you gotta treat everybody the same. Like some people, like, let's be honest, judge people by the way they look, and it's like, bro, like, you never know who's gonna walk in. You can't judge somebody by their appearance. They might be coming from the gym. It might just be woke up. You know, like, you never know. Like, everybody's a potential new friend, customer, client, whatever you want to call it. Like, so, like, you just got to be cool with everybody.
Yeah, you can never judge a book by its cover. A funny story about that is my first week in New York. I went to the gym, and then I got a coffee, and I spilled coffee on my white tee, and I was dirty, but I was in Soho, and I was wearing off-white Champion sweatpants. And for those that don't know, anything in your pockets made your pants sag, like they fall, because they're not, I don't know. So I was wearing a white tee. I had my hair super long at that time, and I walked into Louis Vuitton because I needed a new wallet. And I think I remember I told you.
Yeah.
So I walked in, and I'm not gonna lie, I looked crazy.
Yeah.
Spilled tea, sweatpants with stains on them. And I think
What shoes you have on though?
I think I was just wearing runners because I had left the gym.
Okay.
And I was waiting for help, and everybody just kept looking at me, and even the security just kept eyeing me. Whatever. So then I think I got on the phone with one of my good friends, and I'm walking up the stairs in the Soho because the men's is downstairs, and I'm complaining to my friend. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to buy a wallet, blah blah blah. Like, nobody literally helped me. Like, I'm out, you know. Like, but I wasn't bitching to like get the thing. I was just not like, I was just genuinely like, yo, like, nobody helped me out.
Like, this was whack. Like,
yeah. So the dude walking down the stairs is like, hey, were you having problems? Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, yeah, nobody helped me out. I'm trying to find the wallet, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Point is, then he goes downstairs, and he literally looks up my account. And at that time, I had just buying almost the entire Supreme Louis Vuitton collection, minus like the super crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, Mr. Rodriguez. And I was just like, bro, come on.
Yeah.
Like, don't give me that. You know, like
it took you to have to, like,
to see my account and be like, yo, like, this guy's going to spend. That happened to us at Balenciaga too in the outlets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
1,000%.
no service.
Yeah,
and then the lady pulled up my account with my phone number, and then she brought up the whole entire back. And I was just like, bro, like,
they magically found stuff.
They magically found stuff that I wanted because I went in there, and she was just like, no, we don't have it. No. And it's just like, not a diss, but it's just like, you just genuinely got to be nice to everybody. It's just like, just do it. Just as a human being, do it. Yeah. But that's a big thing here.
Easily.
One thing everybody did ask about is fit checks. So
fit checks is definitely
for the potty. Everybody wants to know what you're wearing.
All right, Briz first. I'll break it down.
All right, so
I'm gonna have to break his fit down because go in the middle. Yeah, because he's not obviously here. All right, so he got the nice Prada jacket in a little,
nice.
forest type green. Got the good leather on it. Baggy. What size is this? Extra small?
Yeah, it's actually a small. It runs over.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
And then
Looks
he
like
got
a
the
2X.
blown out. Show him the blown out Iron Maiden tee right there. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's blown out because he's getting yoked. Just let y'all know. Then he got the real dirty LVs on. Hey,
the everydays.
quick little update. If you wash your pants, you're not wearing your stuff, bro. And then he got the twos on as well.
Funny quick thing about my fit. This jacket, I bought it twice.
Fire. Oh, you had the pink one, no?
No.
Nah,
It
it's
got
not
stolen.
fire. Yeah.
It got stolen. So when I was moving to New York, I bought this while I was working at District 1. And I loved it because it's Raph and Prada when he started designing. So it was like his first collection.
Okay.
And I bought it. I was hyped. I spent a ton of bread on it. And it got stolen. It got stolen.
In New York?
No, it got stolen in my move here. But yeah. Yep. So I bought it twice. So nice. You got to buy it twice.
Yeah.
All right, DC, let us know what you're.
What you got
Let
on?
me stand up real quick.
I got you. Yeah, you got that good Princess Diana Syndicate tee, Forever Love. If you have it, it's a grail. You already know what time it is. Got the good double RLs. If you don't know about double RL, you're not really tapped in. Then he got the little, hidden NY Solomon. Shout out Brian Diaz for the, always getting everybody riding the Solomons, and that's it.
Yeah, shout out Ice. Ice gave me those too. Shout out Ice.
Yeah. Facts.
That's not my pair, by the way.
I thought
All right,
it was.
Andy, your turn.
All right, here we go.
Go. All right, we'll break it down. He got the staple. We'll start from the bottom. His staple, Golden Goose.
That's definitely Andy's
I've never
staple.
seen somebody go so hard for a brand. like Andy. The deal never came, so we got him wearing Jordans now.
Jordans, off-whites, all that.
I don't know what kind of denim he got, so let me know. But they're fire nice. Low key, that was the exact color of my Dior denim that I got given. He got a very rare 1213 piece.
Not out yet, right?
Not out yet, right? Nope. No, it's not out. He's coming soon. He got the Syndicate Complex Con hat, wrap tee hat designed by Skinny. And yeah, Confit. I'm telling you, Golden Goose, reach out to this man, please.
All right, Golden Goose for real. I gave y'all a year. Let's work, bro. Come on. I'm tapped in with the youth. You know, I'm in the streets. I'm in TikTok. Like, come on, let's do something.
And then another question that was brought up to us, and we'll run it quick because we're running out of time, is, and it makes sense that Danny wore the T, is a lot of people have been asking me what happened to mechanics.
Dun, dun, dun.
Everybody's been like, yo, like, blah, 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 because I went so hard for that brand in New York that people were like, yo, it's yours. And it wasn't fully mine. It was actually Matt's. The only things I really did for it is design the logo, which was the Sonic Youth rip. That Diana tee that we brought back as a troll, and the hook hoodie. But yeah, then so the reason I stopped doing it is because we opened Syndicate, and when I took over the brand, I just didn't feel like being in competition with myself. Like, I didn't want to do two brands where I'm like, do I give this to Syndicate? Do I give this to Mechanics? I was just like, yo, I'm going Cindy all in. And obviously, you guys seen the designs. They've been pretty great. Me and Skinny, and then me and Andy with the 1213 collabs. So that kind of like lets you know where the brand is. Like, when every time we do a 1213 collab, it's designed by Andy. And most of the time when it's just Syndicate, it's designed by Skinny, with the idea coming out from my head most of the time. So that tells you guys everything where like the brand is. But yeah, Mechanics, Matt keeps telling me that he's going to drop some stuff. We'll see. But, you know, like, who knows where his head is at with that. So that's where it's at. Yeah. And we're going to take a little break. And next, we're going to introduce you guys to today's guest.
Yes, sir.
A very, very good friend of ours.
Yep.
So stay tuned.
All right, and we're back. Little break. Welcome. We got a special guest. For those of you who may not know who this is Jenny from the block. This is Transcending Hippie in the flesh.
Hi, guys.
Yes, sir.
Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, where you came from, like, you know, your background, and then fit breakdown.
Okay, well, thanks for having me, first of all.
Of course.
Well, I'm Jenny, of course. I work in social media and marketing for a cannabis brand.
Nice.
I'm from Florida, but I moved to LA almost 8 years ago. Wow, what the hell?
So you're originally from Florida?
Yes.
And you grew up there, you were born there?
So I grew up there until I was 16, and then I moved to Panama. So
Fire.
Weird. Yeah.
Oh,
I actually love Panama. I'm going there on Tuesday night to hang out with my
Tomorrow.
great-grandma. Yeah.
Dang. How was it going from Florida to Panama?
Okay, so everyone thinks that Panama's like tiny and stuff, and like a third world country. It's so developed. I had no idea what I was going into.
Yeah.
It's like so like a cultural melting pot. I thought coming from Florida is like a lot because there's like Haitians, Cubans, Venezuelans. Over there, there's like so many Arabs and Jews, people from Venezuela too, Colombians.
Fire.
So it's like cultural melting pot, which I love.
Okay, cool.
That's cool.
And now break down the fit. Tell them.
Okay, let's
Show them what you got on.
First of all, I got this Supreme Skittles jacket from you guys. Shout out to the Syndicate.
Go.
Gallery bag, one of two. My best friend has the other one.
One of two.
Yeah.
Fire.
One of two. I technically bought this in Florida because it has like furs and minks that aren't allowed to be sold in California.
Shout out Peter.
Yeah.
my bad.
Gallery pants. Shout out Trent.
Yeah.
Just a random cute purple top I got at the Webster. Chrome hearts glasses. Slauson earrings.
Go.
And a cleave.
There we go. Easy. How much do you think the fit is right now? Ballpark it.
Whoa.
The Van Cleef alone. What is that like?
15.
Oh my. That's
Gallery
K, not
bag
100.
is 12. Pants are 16. Shoes, I don't know. I got it from you guys.
Yeah.
I think jacket was like 200 or something. So yeah.
Yeah,
up,
that's
guys.
almost like 20 racks. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The chrome glasses, you said that?
Oh, chrome. I didn't. These were 45 because I got like the special lens. or
Yeah.
whatever.
All right, so it's 20K low key. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
All right.
In
Next
the
up.
comments, right? Guys, do the math.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do something if it's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, low
Yes.
key.
On here
Yeah,
for
Jared,
Wait, I
sure.
would have brought more.
we'll have to do part 2. So right now we're low key at 20K. This is the fit's the highest right now.
I
We'll
feel
see
like
if we
Jared
come.
wasn't trying. He came in like his pro
Shiesty and
Nah,
the chrome
he came
pants
in
that
real
were
low
out.
pro.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like 1,500 for Jared. All right. Anyways, so obviously, how did you find out about Syndicate?
Let's get into it.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's know.
so I think you guys had been open for like a month, and I love shopping. I don't know if you guys know this, but I was going through Instagram, and you guys have the best when it comes to posting a picture. That's like very big for me. Like, if you guys don't post cool pictures, I'm just
Yeah.
like, you're whack, because like that's half of your job.
Yeah.
So I started scrolling through Instagram, found your Instagram, and I was like, I need to go here. I was with my friend Ralphie at the time, and I was like, we need to fucking go.
Yeah.
So literally like 2 days later, I came with my friend Wayne, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Do you remember the first thing you bought?
I don't know. I go crazy.
Yeah.
She low-key bought. I low-key remember. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Tell me, please.
So she came in, and you know, same thing. Like we was literally just talking about it. I think right before you stepped in, like on everybody. Like you never know who's gonna walk in, and like you know, we've never seen you before, obviously, but we just started chopping it up. Hey, how you doing? Whatever. And you just started asking us, oh, what you guys have? And I remember because you actually had bought some gallery pants off us that one of our homies had just brought in like the night before. So we hadn't even put them out yet. And so whatever, you tried them on, they fit. So it was fire. And then I want to say you also got some Supreme Dunks.
I did.
The green ones, was it?
The green one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you came through, got some cool stuff. And yeah, then, like you said, the rest was history.
Yeah.
Those gallery pants, oh my God, I got so many compliments. I got them tailored.
Yeah. Was it the ones that you got for like dumb cheap from us?
Yes. I mean, I've gone too dumb cheap if you really want to
Bro.
talk about it.
Yeah. Let them know. Because I remember you came in and you had like the gallery pants. You're like, yo, I got these from here. Dumb
Okay,
cheap.
Let me tell you
Break
guys.
it down.
So they have two like carpenter pants.
Yeah.
One is like their regular flare ones that they sell for like what, like $1,200.
Yeah.
But then they have their grailed ones, which basically they have different prices. You
Yeah.
know, when you walk into gallery, they don't have prices on shit. They like, if you have
You gotta
money,
figure
you
it
don't
out.
ask, you just run it up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Facts.
Literally.
So these that you guys, I got from you guys, I think, what did I pay? 600?
Yeah.
Got them for 600 at the store. They're 1850 before tax.
Fuck. So they're like 2,000.
And mind you, these were from like 2017 or 18, so they're
Yeah.
grailed, and they have the original G's. They don't sell them anymore, and I think
Oh,
they had
damn.
like 6 G's on them.
Yeah.
$80 a G. Do the math.
Bro, it's literally $2,000 pair of pants because you got for 600.
Yes, I don't even know what the.
Yeah,
When the
yeah.
tailor saw those, he grabbed them and he's like, "Where did you get these?"
Did you sell them?
Of course I did.
I know.
Dude, I bring so many people here, like, and everyone asks me
Yeah.
on Instagram, like, do you work there? Do you get a discount code? Like, what's going on? No, they're just my homies.
Yeah. I remember because like I remember they would post you and then it'd be like, bro, like so I'm in here, so I see all the crazy shit. And I'm like looking at it, I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this buying all this shit? And then obviously you click on your Instagram and there's nothing
Nothing.
there. So
Yeah,
what's
so-
the reason? Because I think everybody has been like, yo, why does she not? Like, there's no post. You just have stories.
Let's get into this.
What's the reason behind that?
I have a Finsta.
Oh,
That's
okay,
where I
okay,
post
okay,
like
okay.
the real uncensored me. Because I feel like my like sarcasm is like very
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
like dark pan humor. So like I feel like people don't really know the real me.
Yeah.
My real Instagram is like for my parents, like my family, to see that I'm alive and doing well.
Fire.
But I don't want them to see the unhinged version of me.
So you have a Finsta.
Yes.
The real you.
Okay.
But in my real thing, I have like story posts, and it's literally the shoe section, all Syndicate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally.
And then the rest is just like my dogs and stupid shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring up a very, very funny story.
Yes.
That we actually have to say. So I remember I wasn't here, but Briss told me this, and he was like, "Bro, I can't believe this shit." So you come in, whatever, and then you're like, "What size are you looking for? Like a 10, 10 and a half?"
First thing she says is like, yo, what heat?
Yeah. She says, "Yo, I need heat. I need heat." They were telling me the story, and then what was it like 10, 10 and a half, whatever. And then obviously we're like, all right. That's DC size. That's his. Like that's his.
That's his
so he
apartment.
should know what the fuck is out there.
Yeah.
Bro, when this man Briss was like, dog, I was so disappointed because he said Grateful Dead dunks. And then Briss was like, bro, we have Travis lows, Travis highs. You point out the Grateful Dead dunk.
The Travis.
Yeah, she
it
bought
was
the Travis,
I did.
obviously. Was there any
Yeah.
part of you where you're like, son, are you
I
really pointing
literally
that?
was like, I'm seeing all these girls, and this is the one you think I'm gonna buy right now.
Oh my god, what was going through your mind, bro?
I'm big.
I think he was just on the spot.
Nah, just not even just that. It's just like I also. Everybody got different tastes. What I might think is fire, somebody else might not think is fire.
But
You know what I'm saying?
also,
So
to
like,
his
I get
consent, I always buy the craziest shoes for Ralphie, and
Yeah,
he might be
yeah.
the same size.
Yeah, fire.
So,
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
we ended up making
the troll
Yeah,
sticker.
we ended up making a
I
sticker.
literally put that outside of Burger She Wrote. So if
Yeah.
you go to Burger She Wrote, you'll
Yeah.
see it there. Honestly, all the burger spots I go to, Burgers Never Say Die, like all those spots,
Mm-hmm.
your stickers are there.
Yeah. But that's why we ended up making that sticker. We're like, bro,
For
like
that
out of
troll.
all fucking shoes, we just wanted to troll DC.
You gotta
but-
start somewhere.
Not there, bro.
You
There's
guys have
so
the
many other
best
shit.
merch too, like stickers,
Yeah.
t-shirts, everything. The freaking glasses, I wear them all the time.
Which
both the silver
yeah,
and the
I
black.
feel it. Yeah, shout out Skinny. He's mostly the one that's like design it. I dibble and dabble in there. Which, by the way, I don't know if you got the email, but I finished your stuff.
Fuck yeah!
You just have to look through it.
suck
You have
at
to look
checking
through
my
it.
email,
It's
but
all
I'm
good, it's
gonna
all good.
check.
But yeah. So, anyways, back to your Instagram thing.
Yes.
We see, well, I've seen that you, even when you post on your story, that you travel a lot.
Yes.
What has been your favorite place that you've liked to travel to?
Whoa.
Like you're like, yo, like you'd be like, I'll go there any day of the week, any month, like
Hawaii.
whenever. Yeah. And
Yes.
why is that?
I love the attitude of the people in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's like on their time. I mean, it's like island time, really, when you go to the Bahamas or like Jamaica or anything. But Hawaii, just like everything is at your fingertips. I love going to like the North Shore, the beach there.
Yeah.
Everyone is really nice. Nobody's into like, I mean, I'm draped a designer right now, but over there, people are so simple. Nobody cares about this shit. So
Yeah.
like, it's a good place to like run away to and just like ground yourself.
Yeah, like kind of like get away from reality and
Yes,
stuff. That's fire.
totally.
And then, fuck, I was gonna say something else. Obviously, we obviously see Me Too as well, where we see that you know a lot of people in LA apparel, and
Yes.
you have actually modeled for them. Because
Yeah.
I remember one time we were looking on like trying
On
to
the
find
wholesale,
blanks,
yeah.
and we're like, "Yo, that's fucking Jenny." And then I looked, and I was like, "Shit, that is Jenny." So,
Yes.
how did you get your way into there, and like, how was that process going?
Okay,
about?
this is actually a really funny story.
Yeah.
So there's this girl, Bella Danger, on Pornhub.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
I grew up with her
know who
like
that
back
is.
in Florida, and then her agent is really good friends with Dove Charney, the owner of the company.
Yeah.
And when they were like starting Los Angeles Apparel, you know, like the whole transition from American Apparel
Yeah,
to
to Los Angeles.
they were looking for models, and then he was like, "This is like not a porn related job. Do you want to do a casting?" And I was like, "Yeah, totally." We literally go to this random deli in South Central to meet with Dove.
Okay, fire.
And off the dribble, he's like, "Hey, you're really cool. I love your energy. Do you want to?" He knew, like, he also saw all the connections that I had.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I see you more on like the wholesale side, like bringing in your friends to start like wholesale accounts, blah 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 blah."
Okay, fire.
And I was like, "Wow, of course. Like, I love doing that." And then I got close to like everyone at the factory, and then I started modeling and
Yeah.
honestly doing everything there.
So you started off like kind of just behind the scenes, like doing the wholesale stuff. Then you got into modeling.
Yeah.
What kind of advice would you give to people? Like, because I know even me, like I get people in my DMs like being like, "Yo, let me model for your brand," or like, what are the steps that I should go to becoming that? Like, what are something advice
Honestly,
you can
the
give to
best
people?
thing you can do is like practice at home.
Yeah.
Put your camera on video mode and then just start posing. Because what people don't tell you is when you're like shooting for like modeling jobs,
Yeah.
there's a mirror right there. So you can always look at yourself
okay,
for
okay.
reference. So people don't like stiff up and stuff because that's the biggest thing. And then just like practice with your resting bitch face. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you've seen it on the website.
I mean,
I'm laughing. But really, you just go like this.
yeah.
It's gonna be soon in our merch that I'm doing a collab with
yeah, yeah.
Angie. You'll see. It's my mugshot pic.
Okay, and then okay, perfect. So that as well. Obviously, one day you came in and you had your merch and it said "Free Trap Brat," and we are like, "Oh shit, this is like whatever. This is their fucking trap name, whatever." So we're like, "All right, it's cool." So obviously we all put it on, but why that name?
Okay.
Why is it Trap Brat?
So I went to Panama, like I want to say like in April. I land, everything's good. I cop some weed.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go on a like domestic flight from like the city to an island.
Yeah.
And then obviously it's dank, so the dog smells it, guys. Mind you, this is happening on a Friday. So
Yeah.
the dogs smell the weed. They tell me like, we're going to have to detain you and run you through like the process or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, okay, not freaking out. They're like, you don't even need a lawyer because like it's a super small amount of weed. Like everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
What they didn't tell me though is it's like if you get booked here on a Friday, you're not getting free till fucking Monday.
because of the weekend.
Yes. So imagine getting booked in a fucking private like terminal. Like it's only
Yeah.
private planes going out of there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I literally felt like Tom Hanks in the movie The Terminal because I couldn't leave the airport, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my mugshot is like really my mugshot. It's
Yeah.
the best.
Wait, that's what you were wearing?
Well, no.
That's
Oh,
like-
you want to see
that's
my
like a
fit? I
photo.
made a TikTok, but I never posted it because so the cops were really cool and they let me
Yeah.
hotspot from their phone so I can text my friends and stuff and be like, hey, like this is what's going on and everything.
Wait, so you were solo?
I was with my friends.
Okay.
But I mean, getting detained, that part I'm solo. So this is where they told me I couldn't hotspot anymore. I decided to make a TikTok of my fit check. So I'm cuffed up and I do a fit check.
Wait, as you're detained?
Yeah, so I'm wearing
fine.
gallery shorts, the off-white dunks.
Easy.
What else am I wearing? I think like this random crop top
Yeah.
and a Boominati, like Metro Boomin's
Yeah.
merch hoodie. So, and a little Prada bag. And I'm like cuffed up doing a fit check. And the cop is like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And grabs my phone. And I'm like, no, I was just kidding. Totally saves it in my drafts.
So so you were there from Friday, Saturday, and then you got out.
Yeah, but okay,
Sunday or
so
Monday?
the first like Friday and Saturday was really cool because the cops were like being
Cool.
super nice to me, letting
Okay,
me
okay.
like Uber Eats food, like all the good
Oh,
shit,
so
right?
it wasn't like
It
fucking
wasn't
like
like
they
that.
were
But
like
then on
56 nice type
Sunday,
shit.
on Sunday, the
Yeah.
like head lieutenant comes and he's like, "You've been cooling it for too long." And
Yeah.
like, long story short, I'm sending your ass to prison. And I literally felt like that TV show where like you send little kids to prison to like scare them scared straight. That's what that was
Yeah,
me. They take me to the scariest thing. I'm literally in like a 6x4. Okay, no
Shit.
third world country. This is where it comes out. No,
Yeah.
you're literally on the floor. Like there's no cot. There's nothing. Like it's you and the floor, and it's fucking
That's it.
69 degrees in that bitch. So I had to sleep, rough it out.
Yeah.
But then like the people who dropped me off were my friends from like the jail from the airport.
Yeah.
And I was like, please pick me up as early as you can. And they like were so nice. They came at 5 a.m. the next day. I didn't
On Monday
sleep
or
that
Sunday?
night. On Monday.
Fire.
And like they took me to like the equivalent to like Denny's in Panama.
Yeah.
And like they gave me coffee. Like we joked it up. The
Yeah.
lady brought me like skincare and a toothbrush and everything. She's like, so you can see the judge. And you're like,
Bruh.
nice. Yeah, I got spoiled.
Oh, so you still had to go to court after that?
I had to go to court
For
on
it.
Monday for it. But then
Okay.
Johnny, you know Johnny, he gave me a fake medical marijuana thing. So I just like showed it to the judge and they're like,
Yeah.
okay, you're free. Here's your phone and all your money back. And that's it.
Wow.
Bruh.
I just had to rough it out basically.
Yeah. Did you ever think like, fuck, I'm gonna be here for a minute? Or were
Okay,
you kind of
so
like,
they asked me if I wanted a lawyer or not, like, because legally I needed a translator.
Yeah.
Even though I speak perfect Spanish, they were like, you need a translator because you were born in America. So the translator started scaring me and saying, like, you need to get a lawyer and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you might have to do community service, which means you have to stay here for 3 months. And I was like, what the hell? But then the cops were like, once he left, they were like, don't listen to that goober. Like, you're obviously not going to stay here.
Goober? That's fire. So that's where the name Trap Brat came from.
Yeah. Well, no, I have my fin says Little Trap Brat.
Okay. Just in case you guys want to know. Now, is it private or is it public?
It's obviously private.
And let's say if people want to follow you, like, are you gonna be looking through it? Because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, if it's like my friends, I obviously
okay.
yes. But if I don't know you and we don't have any like mutuals, hell, fuck no.
Yeah.
It's a dub.
So from here, so if people want to find you, it's just what is it?
Transcending Hippie.
And why that name? There's so much shit that I'm like,
Okay,
yo,
so this is like back when I was in college. I
Yeah.
was like really into doing acid. I would go into like the Silk Road back in the day when Bitcoin was like $20 a Bitcoin.
Wow.
Yeah, and I would buy from all these like sketchy vendors, and then like I really liked the word like transcending, and everyone's like, "You're such a hippie," so I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
transcending hippie, and I was always like the
That was your
acid
thing.
plug.
Now, okay, obviously you said you did a little bit of acid. Did you ever had like a very, very bad trip doing it?
Bad. So no, but I did stop doing acid because I have a friend who had a really bad trip, which
Yeah.
ended up taking him to the hospital.
Yeah.
So now I really just fuck with shrooms, like
Yeah.
heavy. I like promote microdosing, like
Yeah.
full dosing, full send, everything.
Yeah. So obviously you're in the, what is that called? The marijuana business and stuff like that. What's something that you can say to people that I guess kind of look at it like, oh, like I can't believe someone's doing that. And like, cause I remember even I was telling Rob that I had Woody Harrelson DM me and he was like, yo, pull up to my spot, da 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 da. And I don't smoke weed. But all of them were like, yo, just do it. Like, just go. So I went. It wasn't for me. I still don't smoke weed. But like the lady was super helpful. And she was like, yo, like, she was even like, oh, even if you want to relax or if you want to socialize, like what's something that you can tell people, I guess like a pitch to be like, it's not that bad.
Okay. So I feel like a lot of the times people get scared because they take a dosage that's too high for them.
Yeah.
Even if you're smoking a joint, there's like some weed that has very high THC. So I would say like push through the like paranoia phase.
Yeah.
Because once you're on the other side, it's so freaking great. So if you're able to like, I don't know, like start off edible, don't do edibles.
Yeah. I feel like everybody that I've met,
Yeah.
sometimes like even in high school and in college, they were always like, bro, it's fucking edible. It's always the fucking edible that like takes them over the top. And why do you think that is?
Because you don't really know. Okay, so back in the day, you didn't know dosage.
Yeah.
People would just make edibles and not know anything.
yeah.
Nowadays, edibles taste so good that you're just like, oh, this little thing can't fuck me up that bad. It's just like a mint. You're not realizing that you're taking like 500 milligrams of THC. As someone who doesn't take like a lot of THC and then you like go full force into 500 milligrams, it's hell.
Yeah.
Like I have a friend in college.
Fuck.
We like made these brownies and we left them in the table. And then his dad was in town, had the brownies before going to bed, and he was like, I had the craziest dreams. It was hell. Like,
so he didn't know.
he had no idea. We didn't have the heart to tell him because, first of all, what the hell is wrong with these stoners? And second of all, he would have been like so like I
Pissed
don't know.
off and
Yeah,
shit. So he was fine the next day.
he was fine the next day. He just thought it was dreams.
Yeah. So he thought he was tripping out.
Yeah.
And then where can people like, I guess, find the stuff that you're into?
Follow us on social media.
Yeah.
Our Instagram handle is literally just super dope.
Super dope. That's it. And then that's your personal like weed strains and all that stuff?
Yeah, so we currently have cherry poppers, lemon cherry poppers, bubblegum poppers,
Yeah.
Mega Z, and Mega Z Dark. So
Okay.
the first three are like hentai inspired, like hot naked bitches with like little censored thingies.
Okay, yeah.
And then the other two are like video game ones because they're like the company's gearing towards like metaverse. They're making a video game and like stuff with like crypto and all of that.
Fire. So if you guys are looking into that, get that. And then another thing, because obviously you like gallery department.
Yes.
What makes you like gallery department so much? I guess other than like any other brand that's out there, like Stussy Supreme and all that.
Not just the relationship that I've been able to establish with like Trent and Josue. They're very nice people.
Yeah.
I just like upcycling. I love being in the flea market. I love
Yeah.
upcycling stuff. I don't really contribute a lot. I've been trying not to lately, other than shoes, because you guys know that's my guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Into buying things because I feel like we already have so much shit in the world
Yeah.
that we don't
Facts.
need more. And all of their Levi's are reworked. They start up from like 1980 to like they stop at like 1987.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like from a very specific year, and then they like cut it to make it like trendy and like what the kids want.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing about Gallery, they tailor for life. So right now I'm wearing flare pants. If this is over and you want a skinny, they do that.
Yeah.
You want to flare them again, they do that.
Yeah.
And all that shit's free.
Wait, so you can just go in anytime and they'll do it
Tailor,
again?
yes.
Damn.
So remember
Yeah.
not the first pants I bought from you
that.
guys, but the second, the paint ones.
Yeah.
They were like these light denims and they're paint. They were straight cut. Now they're flared. I'll bring them.
And it's free.
Yeah, it's free.
Dang. So would
Yeah,
you say it's obviously
tailoring for
the
life.
price is pretty much up there?
Yes.
And you said that they curate it from what, 80?
But okay, the price is up there, but comparing it to other things like Amiri and stuff,
Yeah,
if you go and you buy Amiri, they're not tailoring your shit for free.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I think Levi's known for holding up for years.
Yes.
And I guess like even from someone making it, it's like, bro, you don't know what type of material you're using, whatever.
Exactly.
So would you say that buying Gallery is kind of better and more sustainable?
Yes.
Damn.
I like sustainable fashion a lot.
Yeah.
And everything I get, for the most part, I only buy like their denim pieces.
Yeah.
But they have like a wide range of variety. I just bought the other day Japanese denim. I think it's from like 94 or something. I wanted to buy it because it's like the year I was born in.
Yeah.
But how crazy that they, not only do they have Levi's, but they also have like Japanese vintage denim.
Yeah. How do you feel about like, I think I've seen so many people be like, yo, gallery's the new fucking true religion, or it's a new V loan. How do you feel about people saying stuff like that?
I feel like they're talking about the t-shirts you can buy on Amazon, but the same thing could be said about Chrome Hearts. Like once you're that good, it's like inevitable to get to that like level.
Yeah, and a lot of the people that are saying that are literally just talking about that, and they don't know that they have these crazy
because they've never even been to the store. Going into the store is like going into a museum. The decoration is really trippy. They have like mushrooms and flowers growing everywhere. You know how like when you go into Rick Owens, they have like that chair of Rick Owens?
Bro, yeah.
They just made a freaking statue of Trent texting. Because when you walk in that bitch, all he's doing is texting, getting bombarded like, Trent, sneak me in.
That's dope.
Yo, okay. Obviously, somebody text Trent.
Yes.
Hit the gallery. Who is that guy?
Okay.
Because like I've heard about it so much.
LA is so fucking tiny. So
Yeah.
I met him off of just booking an appointment. When you go on the website, you see like everyone's face. And I was
Okay.
like, Trent, okay, fuck it. Let's click him.
Yeah.
So I booked the appointment. I go with Johnny. And then Johnny's going through like a heartbreak situation. And we're talking about like his ex and shit.
At gallery.
At gallery.
And he works there.
Trent works there.
Okay.
Johnny's just with me.
Okay,
but
for sure.
How small is the world? Trent went to Fairfax High with Johnny's ex-girlfriend, and we're both in the theater group together. So like off the fucking dribble, we're like, okay, we fucking
shit.
love you. Like we connected. He started inviting me to like the Landvin collab party, holiday parties, like random things that they always have there.
Yeah.
I mean, I always, wherever I shop, I bring my friends. You guys know this. So
Yeah, pretty
same
much.
thing with gallery. Like
Yeah.
I went, the whole entire crew went. So then the thing that like really like solidified our friendship or whatever was me designing this bag because I had to like.
So you designed that?
So they did an auction before COVID where it was like fur bags and teddy bears, but they didn't have this one. This one was never displayed or anything. And it was an auction, so you had to bid for it. And then they ended up selling for like one for 12 and the other one for 15.
Okay.
So if you wanted to get a bag like that made, you would have to like design it like that. And then you have to like, basically like the sales associate relationship.
Yeah.
But what I like about Trent is like, I mean, you guys see me for the most part. I don't dress like this. This is like me going all out for you guys. I look homeless. I like don't do my hair, never wear makeup, nothing.
yeah.
I look homeless wherever I go. And he like was very welcoming. Like, here, let me get you water. Let me do this for you. Let me do that for you. Like he didn't know who I was. And then like, dude, off of that, just.
Do you think like that interaction right there? Because obviously you said you like when you showed up, you kind of weren't like obviously dressed to the nine. Do you think that interaction right there made you be like, yo, I fuck with him and I fuck with this more?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely like 100%. I feel like
100%.
obviously you overheard us saying that
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
So would you say like anywhere you go, customer service is like a must?
100%.
Yeah.
I just went to that restaurant, Bottega Louis, for the first time. The service was asked. I literally went off because they have 20 servers,
Yeah.
but no one even came to give me water. And like the guy finally came to serve me. He's like,
Yeah.
is it your first time? And I was like, yeah, and my last time. Like to me, I'm going to still tip you 20%. Like everything's going to be
whatever.
fine, but you're never going to see me there again. To me, service is the most important thing
Yeah.
because it's a direct representation of your brand, your company. So that's another reason I like Los Angeles The Pearl so much
Yeah.
because you work there, but also you can buy into the stock and like you feel like you're working for something that's yours.
Yeah, facts. All right, cool. So I think we're gonna take a little break, get some Wawa, go to the bathroom maybe. So we'll be back. All right, we're back. We got Briss in the mix now because he was like,
I need to get in.
yeah. But he was also like, oh, I need to say my gallery story of when I first went. So first say, what made you even go to gallery in the first place?
Okay, so we were playing in here. Manny is a big gallery fan. Like Manny loves that shit.
Yeah.
Well, at least used to. So we're playing our dice game,
Oh, I know.
and he's just like, yo, let's play for some pants. And I'm like, what do you want? And he's like, oh, I just want the sweatpants with the splatter, the flare.
The flare.
And I was
Those bitches are like $12.50.
okay, yeah, well, I found that out. I went to the store. So whatever. So we knew a guy that used to work there, and he was just like, yo, don't worry, I'll set you up. You don't gotta do nothing. But if I beat you, I'll buy them. But if I beat you, I'll buy you the pants. Because a couple years ago, like 2020, I didn't really know what it was. And this kid, Brandon, was like the first kid I saw in New York wearing them, like wearing gallery, anything. Him and Kia were like the first people out there that I was just like, are you wearing like splattered Carhartts?
Yeah. Sweatpants.
Whatever. So then they started telling me how expensive it was, whatever. So he sold them to round 2 out there. And I just was like, I put them on and I was just like, oh, this would be funny for me to sleep in. And so I took them, and I just like started sleeping on lounging, anything when I did laundry, whatever. So it was like my lounge pants at home. And I just thought it was like a troll because they're like $1,000 or whatever.
Yes. They have like a cult following in New York. It's crazy.
No, yeah, they go crazy. So anytime the store, we would buy Kia's and Brandon's old stuff, we would post it, and we're the only store out there like with it at that moment. People would run in because you couldn't get it. People in New York were coming out here, booking appointments and reselling it over there. It was crazy during
that
the
store,
pandemic.
Bowery Showroom in New York,
yeah.
they have a lot, and I think they do that.
Yeah.
But they had this vintage Bart Simpson's T-shirt from like 2015 or 16. I snatched it in a second.
And
No,
it's
yeah,
by gallery?
Yeah, it's a gallery.
Yeah.
Because
Shit.
in the beginning, they would do they would go to like the flea market and just screen print in the back gallery department.
like rework it, right?
Yeah.
No, yeah. So whatever. So he beats me for the sweatpants.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I guess I'll go. So he sets me up the appointment, and I actually take Angel, which is Worky. He was in his like trials to see if he likes LA. So I go to the store, and it's mad funny because I literally got a bad experience initially.
Oh, the whole waiting outside
No.
thing?
So I'm waiting, not even me. I'm waiting outside, and then the guard comes down. He's like, oh, who are you here for? And I'm like, oh, I'm here for so-and-so. But in front of me, this lady didn't want to let her in, and she's like, I have an appointment, blah, blah, blah. And then he says like, oh, who's your appointment with? And she's like, oh, I don't know. I forgot. She's like, and the guard was like, I see your name, but if you don't know who your appointment is with, I can't let you in. Wow. But so we walked right in, and I was just like, yo, like that was fucked up.
Yeah.
You know, like he literally told her, you're good, but you're not
But
good.
you're not good.
Yeah. So whatever. So I go in there and I look at the store, and I literally was just like, holy shit. And I'm into like Kurt Cobain, like The Cure, The Smiths, and all that stuff. So I was just like, yo, this is like a museum. Like this is fire. And so I'm there, I'm buying the sweatpants, and they're like $1,200. And I'm like, I'm really gonna spend $1,200 on somebody. So what I did was I bought myself a pair too, because in my head, my mind is just like weird, where I was just like, I'd rather say I spent $2,400 on one pair of sweatpants for myself than that I gave Manny a pair of sweatpants for
And I left with nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So I came
Don't
back to
worry,
the
I know all
store,
about
and I put it under Manny's account because he had a decent account at that moment.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, I want Manny to get whatever, like the perks. So I don't know how it works. So I come back to the store, I give him the sweatpants, and I literally told DC, I'm like, yo, like that makes me want to like redo the entire store.
Yes.
Like I was just like, I want to like do that stuff. That's why we got the stupid Supreme trunk
I love
and
it.
all that stuff.
I ended up getting one because of you guys.
So stuff like that, I was just like, this is what people pay for. This is why people pay $1,200 for sweatpants.
It's an experience.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I remember one time I was at a bar in New York, and we're like, why are these drinks $24? So then I look around, and I was just like, it's the experience.
Yeah.
You're paying for the dark lights. You're
The
paying,
hot girls that go for the expensive drinks.
Exactly. You're paying for that. So I was just like, that's what I want Syndicate to be. And that's what Gallery showed me, which was fire. It was just like, overall, it was just like an experience that I was just like, I need to do better.
And then it makes you want to tell other people. That's like the whole jug behind that.
Fire.
No, yeah. It was definitely, it was probably the best store that I've been to.
Yeah.
In
and
LA
then-
or just in general?
I could say in general, low
I think
key.
in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, low key, like,
Because it's not just that. It's like the experience. I was telling you guys how like you shop there, you establish a relationship,
Yeah.
and they invite you to their cafe across the street.
Yeah.
You don't pay for anything. You meet all these cool people that are like on the same energy as you.
Yeah.
And it's like LA's like a weird place to meet people, but I wouldn't feel weird meeting someone there.
Yeah. So tell us about that. What is this? Because I know you skimmed over it, but what is that?
Okay, so basically you get an invite and it says that Josue's in town. The cafe only opens when he's in town.
For gallery department.
For gallery department. Josue's the owner. And then he comes and he starts inviting all of his friends. So like I'm really good friends with Trent, who grew up with him. I also know his brother. So basically like one of the three will invite me. They'll be like, hey, we're gonna be here from like this hour to this hour. You literally pull up. They have like a little valet there.
Yeah.
Same situation. This is the only thing I hate about gallery. The freaking security guard. Because they change them so much. Like you get cool with the security guard. A month later, he's not there. They have to go through the whole like, who are you? And then it's like, oh, it's Jenny. She comes here all the time. And then like before you know it, he's gone. So you have to do the whole name situation. But once you're in, literally, you're greeted by like a cloud of smoke because everyone's smoking in there.
At the cafe.
Yeah, he has his own strain of weed. So free weed everywhere. You sit down, they ask you what you want. Everything is free. They have like paninis, like random little snack foods, pastries. the best coffee I've ever had. He also has his own line of coffee beans. This man is a genius. Like anything you want,
it's all
he
free.
has. It's all free. I mean, nothing is free. I've learned. Like you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you look up my
obviously.
account and
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
oh, that's why
yeah.
she's getting invited.
That's why it's free.
Yeah, but I feel like that's another way, just for, I think, any brand in general or anybody, like doing shit like that, like
Yes.
showing appreciation for the customer. Because obviously, I'm pretty sure you fucking spent so much fucking money in
But
there.
I meet so many cool people. Last
Yeah.
time I was there last week, Trent introduced me to Waka Flocka Fame, and I got
Yeah.
to get high with him. 16-year-old me was like, wow, this is
Yeah.
the coolest moment ever.
I made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's what even we were talking about, like, before we even started, is like, Briss was even saying, like, bro, like, I'm not gonna like try to jug these people to like, oh, let's go over here, like, oh, pay to get in here, and then you
Yeah.
get this from Syndicate. Like, he's like, if I'm gonna do it, like, I'm just gonna give them the best price already off rip.
Because it's going to like make people feel appreciated and make them
Yeah.
want to come back.
No, yeah, that like anytime we do anything, I mean, you went to our party and
Oh my God, that was
Ariane
so
here.
Yeah.
fucking cool.
That one we mismanaged it so bad because
Really?
me and him were going.
I had no idea.
Okay, so
As
we
a
were-
fan, I had no
No,
idea.
so one thing I wanted to do is just like, yo, like I want to show appreciation. I was like 40 totes. I think that's good
Yeah.
for customers that included the glasses.
I don't think you guys had any idea how many people were going to pull up.
No, so that we fucked up because even the bar when we hit up General Lee's, they were like, oh, so how do you guys want to do it? Pay whatever. So me and him were like, we're like 144 drinks is $2,000. We're like, I think like 40 people will show up.
Yeah.
40, 50 people will be straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. That bar tab ended in 26 minutes.
Oh, I
Literally.
know.
Yeah.
I know because I literally got a drink.
bad.
I went with like a girlfriend, like 4 friends
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
We literally got a drink and then we sat down. We were chilling. I got high, came back to get another drink. They were like, the tab is closed. I was like, I don't care. Just give me a drink. I'll
Yeah.
pay anything.
No, yeah, so that we thought we were like, yo, it'll be chill night,
It
and then
was
it ended
so
up being
full.
like crazy. And then even the tote bags, like I feel like we could have given out 100 tote bags.
Yeah.
And I literally got there 15 minutes before the flyer said to
Yeah.
get there, and there was already a line of people
Yeah,
outside.
that
I
to me
snuck in.
was
I was like, I
crazy.
work here.
Yeah, that kind of let me know. Like I was more excited about the people coming in than like getting drunk or the experience or anything.
Yeah.
I was just like, yo, this is fire.
I was so excited too. I had no idea. I also saw that like most of you guys have the hottest girls. Manny, that goes for you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
for
I
them,
had
for
no
them.
idea. I was like, what the hell? He has a hot ass girlfriend.
Yeah.
Man, he's
And-
fully in love.
Yeah, he's fully in love. That's why he's not here. Right
Yeah.
now. What?
I don't know.
We
bro.
love that guy.
Yeah. Anyway, but also it was on a Wednesday too.
Yes.
That's the craziest part.
I mean, that doesn't
even-
stop anyone in LA.
Yeah,
Nah.
but like sometimes, you know, I feel like even we were talking about like, cause when the first time that I went to New York, bro, well, even the second time, like it was Tuesday and this man flies in, it's 8 p.m. and he's like, bro, we're going out. And I'm like, bro, it's fucking Tuesday. What the fuck are we gonna do? And whatever, we went out.
And you never stop.
On a Tuesday, we got back home at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I
Sounds
feel like,
like New
here
York.
in LA, it's like, oh, Thursday we'll go out.
Yeah.
Friday go out. Saturday we're
and
lit.
it's like, oh, house party. Then we might go out for like an hour and then house party again.
Yeah, but and that's why we were kind of like, all right, we'll see what happens on Wednesday. But even then, I was like, yo, it's Wednesday. People still have work the next day, and people still showed out. So I was like,
And stayed there for a while.
yeah, definitely. So I feel like if we end up doing it again, if that was jumping like that, I feel like on a weekend it'll be even.
We
like
need a bigger venue.
crazier.
Oh yeah, for sure. Bigger venue,
I
bigger
mean,
bar
I
tab.
also really tell my friends
Yeah.
all the time, I really like supporting like mom and pop shops that are in the area that I like live in. So that's why I come to you guys a lot. And when I saw that it was at General Lee's, my heart literally melted. I was like, oh my God, they
No,
do the
yeah.
same thing.
No, yeah, it was even like the sign and everything. I wanted to fit in with the community because nobody knows this. So Chinatown has 24-hour security.
Mm-hmm.
So before we opened up, they came up to me and they're like, "Hey, just gonna let you know, there's a lot of like activist groups that don't want to gentrify Chinatown and blah blah blah." So they came up to me because they thought we were gonna be like kids smoking weed outside, like bad vibes, et cetera. So I talked to them and I was just like, "Yeah, let them come through. I'll talk to them." So one of them actually did come by and I was just like, "Hey, we're like trying to help the community out and blah blah." So I guess they said that, oh, you guys are good now because they saw that it wasn't like we weren't kids fucking around. They probably just they just thought that we were gonna be a negative impact on the community more than a positive impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just like it was cool.
Now
And
they see that they're like, oh, these wholesome young boys.
Yeah.
I mean, we try our very best.
Yeah. It's all about the community, and that's why even General Lease made sense. We're like, oh, it's right
Yeah.
there.
I love that.
and hopefully about a little bit more business. All right, moving on. I don't know if you guys noticed from, the episode, but you do have so much energy.
Yes.
Now, was this something that you've always had, or was it like in middle school you kind of like it sparked, or like you were saying, like
always been like this.
yeah, like you were saying, like you were in theater. Was it something like that, or has it just always been like
I've
that?
always been like a theater buff. I was
Yeah.
like in middle school. I did TV production all 3 years. I was like the girl in the morning announcements on TV.
Fire.
I've always been into shit like this. My major is communications.
Okay,
So
fire.
I'm just like very outspoken, but I feel like I'm like this, but I'm also like very introverted. Like I don't go out a lot.
Yeah.
I'm very like reserved with my friends. I don't like have a lot of friends or anything like that. I'm
Yeah.
just like a very reserved person. But in settings like this, I'm like, oh, like my life is a joke. Who cares? Like, let's do
Bruh,
it.
Every day. So would you say like that part of your personality helped you when coming to LA? Like
Yes,
kind of meeting people and getting into the scene?
100%. Like when I first moved here, I mean, I had a Bella who like was a social butterfly, obviously. But I like still like in the beginning it was like kind of hard because I was like from not going out to being here and like everyone's going out and everyone's like on social media and like back then it was like Snapchat, everything was on Snapchat and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this is a lot. But like once I got into it, I was like, I love it here and I never want to leave.
Yeah. How was it when you first came? Like, or what was even the reason why you came? to LA?
I was really into like the whole like cannabis industry. I knew I wanted to start something, but I didn't know exactly what. So back in the day, there was a thing called Secret Sash.
Okay.
And they would have like mansion parties like in the hills and you would go and it was like all of these like heady, like concentrated connoisseurs and all of these brands that were like the coolest thing to smoke. People would show up to these parties with like pieces like oil rigs that were $10,000 motherships and crazy shit. Yeah.
Okay.
And like that culture is
What the
crazy.
fuck?
People would show up with like actual glass pieces totaling to $50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So that made me like more interested in that culture and like made me more interested in like the growing aspect of it,
yeah.
like concentrates and all of that. So
Fire.
then, yeah, it just made me want to stay. Like, I really like learning. So from that, I like learned to grow weed. I started like agriculture. Follow my Finsta, guys, and you'll see I'm like really into like growing tomatoes,
she
hot
accepts you.
peppers.
If she accepts you though.
Yeah. So I have like a green thumb and like
Yeah.
that's really my passion.
So you would say like now, obviously you're fully in LA, you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Would
a
you say
lot.
this is your favorite city to be in? Like as far as United States, or is it somewhere else?
Okay, so as far as the United States right now, because of like my age, like I'm not married, I don't have kids, anything like that.
Yeah.
I love LA. I love California. I would never move anywhere else. Once I have kids, I would not raise kids. Especially, I live in downtown LA. I love it.
Yeah.
I live in high rise and everything. But the shit I see every day is insane to me. And the fact that I know that there's people raising their kids around that environment is baffling to me.
Yeah.
Coming from someone who grew up in Miami where shit's crazy and you always see like Florida man,
Yeah.
like
Now, Briss has a totally different outlook on that. And I remember when he came back from New York, he's like, bro, New York is where it's at. Like, this is where it's at.
I love New York too.
Now, why would you say that New York for you is better than LA?
Well, one, I hate driving.
Okay.
I literally
Wow,
hate driving,
Brit.
and
Yeah.
I had like a supercar too, so it's
Yeah.
just like I literally
Which
hate
one?
driving.
Which one?
GT3.
Yeah.
When I first moved back, I had a GT3, and I had it while I was in New York, and
Yeah.
it was just parked in my house, literally parked, not being driven. Even one time, my brother told me like, "Yo, go drive it for a bit because
You have to, yeah.
yeah,
the
you have to."
engine.
So he said it's not starting, and my little brother is like knows what this car's worth, so he's
Yeah.
panicking. He's just like, "Yo!" So he had my mom call me because he was scared that he fucked something up. So I was just like, "Oh no, it just didn't get driven." So I called Porsche, and the same thing. It's just like when you have something like that, they're on it. So the
Yeah.
Porsche came to my house, towed it, and they're like, "We'll give you a new battery, blah blah blah. Don't worry about it." But yeah, so I started driving that car around when I first got here. Not a daily, not a fucking daily. When I would take it to the track, fun, but daily, no. So then
So one.
driving. Driving sucks. I hate driving. People
a
don't know how to.
Tesla.
Even right now, coming here, I have a Tesla now.
Yeah.
That's the best. It's
Yeah.
made for California.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically LA, because if you take that to the snow, it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I really love my Tesla. Like I love
Me
it. Like
too.
I'll literally now never go back to a a fucking gas car ever.
Tell them about the crazy deal of how you got it.
What?
The Tesla.
Okay, so
Oh my god, crazy deal.
I was
Crazy
no,
everything.
it wasn't even crazy.
Nah, it was,
And,
bro.
So I had COVID and I was already annoyed of the GT3. Like I was completely like, this car sucks for me. For being at that time I was 30 and I was just like, I work. I don't like that car. Literally, even when I bought it at Porsche, they were like, you're probably one of the youngest people ever to buy this car. And they're like, it's usually 50-year-olds that are tracking it or going into the mountains.
Midlife crisis.
Yeah, stuff like that. So I was just like, oh, this is like my dream car. Like
Yeah.
I have to have it.
Yeah.
So I'm already annoyed at this car. I was paying like $500 to $700 a month in gas.
What?
Gas.
Yeah, gas. So that's not insurance and that's
Yeah.
not the car note.
But also, you got a Tesla. Sorry for cutting you off at the best time during
Yeah,
COVID.
right before. Okay, so
Yeah.
this car, I got it before the market went up.
Yeah.
On
Same.
those type
That's
of
why I'm
cars. So, I was just like, oh, let me shop it around. I was sitting at home with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody was just like, yo, we got like over 200 grand for you for this car.
Yeah, for the GT.
For the GT3.
Yeah.
No way.
And I was just like, I paid all in after like 158 or 163. I don't remember the exact number. I already had paid a lot of it off. So I was just like, I think I owed like 50K on it. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Fuck
yo,
yeah.
I'm coming up with 150 grand.
Yeah,
That was my moment. Because
Yeah.
even though I did waste the money or whatever,
Yeah.
but I was just like,
I'm back.
I'm back.
Packing them better.
Yeah.
Literally found the used Tesla with like 2K miles. And I was just like, literally nothing. And I literally went and bought it cash
Fuck yeah.
for 58.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then slightly
And
it
now
went
it's
up. Yeah, it's
higher.
like 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember when he told me that I was like, bro, like, so you got the car for free, basically,
Yeah.
and you got money on top.
Yeah, I pocketed
And now this car's also up.
Yeah. And then, but did the GT3 drop or no?
the market's coming down, like all the
Yeah.
watch market, sneaker market, everything's coming back to
Everything.
reality. So it was a thing where it just literally, to me, I was just like, I did all the math. I was like 700, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
insurance. I was like, this car makes no sense for my life right now. And
No.
also cars are a scam. Like,
Yes. The biggest
fucking
scam ever.
Damn, so I should get a
After
Tesla.
getting a Tesla, I realized everything's a scam because you never have to get your car serviced.
Yeah.
Mercedes, all I drove before this
Yeah.
was a Mercedes. They're talking about after it's this amount of miles, you have to get it serviced. You have to do this. You have to do
Yeah.
that. I've never taken my Tesla to get serviced
either.
or do
Press a button.
anything.
You press a
Exactly.
button.
You do your own software update.
Yeah.
You don't need someone like
Yeah.
that's just like a way to take people's money. I feel like.
Yeah, I remember, and also a big thing on the GT3 is my brakes. I was like, I think like my second year going into of owning that car, and
Mm-hmm.
they're like, "Oh, you're gonna need new brakes soon." So I started looking into the brakes. 20 grand
Yeah,
for these
exactly.
brakes. I was just like, no,
Tripping.
nope.
Take
I'm
it
good.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I literally was just like, I sent pictures, and I remember I had chipped a little piece of like the paint. So I sent detailed pictures of that because I was like, damn, this better not
This
drop
better
it.
not drop because
Yeah.
of this little chip.
And then I took it in and everything, and the guy was just like, bro, this is perfect. 8,000 miles, you're good. Like, we'll take it.
Wow.
And I was like, bet, I'm done. Yeah, but yeah, so driving is like the biggest.
I know, bro. You know, that's it.
That's
Yeah.
your biggest ick.
All right, what else,
No,
bro?
driving. And I just, everything's so spread out. So what I tell people
yeah.
with New York, with at least my experience, some people would be like, no, that's not how it is. I lived in the Lower East Side,
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
LES. So if I wanted to go to Soho, I could walk, skateboard, or get on a city bike. If I wanted to go to the
You
West
go
Side,
to Russ and Sisters, like
yeah,
the bagel spot.
literally, I would always make the joke that I never passed 14th Street. So I never go past 14th Street. It was 14th Street, West Side, East Side, some Brooklyn here and there just because of Sosa. Yeah, so my life was very easy. And I would tell my friends, is like I had essentially Rodeo Drive, Chinatown, everything walking distance.
I feel like that's just like how you position your life though, because I learned this valuable thing. Like, what do you value your time at? That's like very important. Like before I would want to do everything and like fit 100 things in one day.
Yeah.
But now I know, like, I work in South Central. I like live 10 minutes away. I live in downtown. I get on the freeway. I'm there. I come here all the time, very close.
Yeah.
I only shop in Dover Street. Like, everything is like super close to me because I also hate driving. That's why I have a Tesla.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like I positioned my life right now because I like want to like stress out the least.
Yeah.
Where like everything is like at my fingertips because otherwise I'm gonna just be fucking wanting to kill someone all the time.
No, yeah. So convenience is definitely a big thing. And over there, everything was so convenient. And over here, it's just like, so I bought a house 2018. And I didn't have no like say in that. Like my mom was just like, "Hey, you gotta buy a house because you're making good money." Blah blah blah. So I literally told him like, "You do all the work, send me the contract." The same thing, like
I'll
the
just
whole,
give you the
even
bread.
with the lease.
Yeah.
Here, and then one day she sends me a picture of a house, and I was just like, "Hey, what do you think?" Because my mom like kind of knows that stuff. And she's just like, "Yeah, it's a good investment, I think." And she was right. I'm up on it right now.
Fuck yeah.
But now I'm like, okay, so I live in Downey, which is like 15-20 from here. And I'm just like, do I feel stupid paying rent and a mortgage, or do I just keep paying the mortgage? And I was just like, I
Or
think
you can just get someone to live in your spot.
well, no, my family lives there too.
Oh.
Yeah, so she bought a house for her to move out of the apartment she was in so she can rent it and essentially get money on that one.
Yeah.
Smart.
So, and they don't bug me. They live upstairs. I live downstairs. It's like it's good, but I also just like, I'm like, oh, there's these nice apartments here. I'm like,
Yeah.
I run them.
cool. I know,
I want to
yeah.
walk. I want to walk to
Yeah.
work. I want to walk to the arts district. I want to I want to do that.
I
But
feel like you guys are like at a point where like you're getting big enough where like it would make sense because like then you would like it's what you're valuing your time at. You have
Yeah.
more time instead of driving every day.
Yeah.
It's like more design time or more time to do a
Yeah.
podcast or something.
no, exactly. But yeah, it's one of those things where maybe like later on, like I'll
Yeah.
think about it. But for right now, I'm good.
I have an idea for the podcast, guys,
Say it,
because
say
we
it.
have to expand. We have to have a segment, and it's called Kicking It.
'Kay.
And then you go to the person's house, and they show you just like all their fucking drip, like drip or drown, like all their most expensive,
Well,
most
that was a
worn,
big,
everything.
Yeah.
a big thing in the comments for this. My
Yeah.
last
Like I can't
podcast.
bring all my drip here,
Yeah.
but you guys can come to my house whenever.
Yeah.
People since we
Might be kinda
started have been dying for a closet tour from me.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And
I mean,
I'm
my
just like-
closet is very scattered, but let's do it.
So should
first-
we do the first hippie?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do yours.
Alright,
We'll do yours, and then even we'll do other people's. Barlos
Well, we want to see yours too.
Yeah.
Do you know
I'll
who
think about
Barlos
it.
is?
Yeah.
So even he was like,
He wants
thinking.
to. Yeah, he wants to do this thing where like
Like
you
a
know how
segment.
right now you have the most expensive fit on the
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah.
He wants to bring the most expensive shoe here. He wants
Yeah.
to like.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, so he wants to be like my collection or my shoes.
But let's not bring them here. We don't want anyone
Yeah.
to get robbed in these hard times.
Yeah.
How about we go to your house?
No,
I mean,
yeah, it could be one of those things where like you show us your stuff and be like,
Yeah.
all right, this person has it. We'll even have like a little poll, and at the end of it, we'll be like, oh, this.
We're like
person.
racking it up. Kind of like
Yeah.
MTV Cribs, but better.
Yeah.
It's-
Low key. So that should be part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, low key.
Maybe if
Yeah.
you're
Come
down.
over whenever.
Yeah.
I'm always down,
Alright,
guys.
All right. So anything that you would like to close out on for the people back at home?
Buy my merch when it comes out.
Yeah.
Andy's in charge. Go to him, guys. Blow him up
Yeah,
in the
don't
comments
worry.
and be like, Andy, when are you dropping it?
My bad.
Stressed.
Yeah, no, I'm not stressed. It's already done. Anything else? Your plug, your whatever your businesses.
I mean,
your
you guys are
Instagram?
my plugs. Shout out to the plugs. They're all here. Not all of them, but for the most part, they're here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Angel for taking the pictures for the
yeah.
merch that I'm
Yeah.
dropping soon for the cannabis company. Follow Super Dope. Try and get in my Finsta. It's not going to happen.
All right. Well, Hippie, thank you for stopping by.
Thanks
Really
for
appreciate
having
it.
me, guys.
Let us know in the comments. Give us a like. Give us a comment if you want to see the part 2.
Yes.
We'll do the closet tour and we'll see what's up. But yeah, thank you guys. Like, comment, rate, subscribe,
Subscribe, all the good shit.
and we out.
We're done.